Hello and welcome back to a festive edition of the the.cineclub.podcast. I'm Jake.
I'm Ben.
I'm Joseph.
And I'm Adam. Today we're getting into the Christmas spirit by talking about some of our favourite classics of the season and maybe even some new ones too. One of my favourite Christmas films is, and probably always will be, the original Home Alone. Not the sequels, but the original.
Explain. Why don't you like Home Alone 2?
I like Home Alone 2. I really like it. It's just, personally, as a family, we have watched the original more, and I get much more enjoyment out of the original. I would say, personally, I enjoy the traps, and I find it funnier than the second.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's tricky, because, I mean, I'm like the opposite, but I do also love the first one. I love both of them equally. Yeah. I try to watch both of them if I can, but I think... Yeah, I've like seen, I think it got to a point, one point where I'd seen both of them so much, I couldn't remember, like, which was which. Like, I couldn't remember which trap was in what, like, one, but...
Yeah. No, yeah. I don't know, I think one's always gonna be quite special for us as a family, because what we do is we always set the tree up first weekend of Christmas, first weekend of December, set the tree up, and it's always the first Christmas film we watch.
That's fair,
and honestly, I like that. I think it just gives off the Christmas spirit so well.
It really does,
sure, you've got this crazy kid setting all these deadly traps for these two robbers, but it feels so much like a Christmas film, and it's 100%. It's so amazing.
I think
the second is,
like the John Williams score is like so Christmassy. Yeah. It's like so brilliant, and I was quite lucky to see the they do a thing at it used to be the Sage, they call it the Glass House now, I think, but they did a thing where they screened Home Alone, and the music was played by an orchestra, like a live orchestra.
I bet that was amazing.
It was so good. It was like, it like moved me to tears. It was so special, and the whole thing was just like, you know, it's just Christmas incarnate. You know, it really is like the vibe of it. There's so much like snow. It's got that really like the glow of everything. I think everything just looks really nice. It's just got such a like old school, like warm light kind of look about it, and like it's so Christmassy, man. I love it.
And also the characters. Yeah. Like every character in that film is memorable. You've obviously
totally.
Well, maybe apart from some of the siblings, but even they have little things about them.
Yeah.
But you've got Kevin, who is just the funniest kid, honestly. I mean, he is completely insane, but he's so funny. You've got the Wet Bandits.
Oh my God, they're like so good.
They are, yeah. And then you've got the old guy, the neighbor.
Yeah, that's one thing about this one I do think does better than the second one, where that whole story of him, how he's like supposed to be like terrifying, but then like he gets to know him. And then at the end, when he sees him out the window and he's like reunited with his son, it gets me every time. It's so nice. It's like, oh my God, that is like really lush. Like, I love that whole aspect.
And the way he's the one that ends up saving Kevin.
Yes, exactly that. It's like, it comes full circle.
It's literally perfect Christmas. Do something good for someone, help them out.
Exactly.
And then they help you back.
It's Christmassy on like every level. That's the thing. It's not just aesthetically Christmassy. It's like you say, it's that whole, just the meaning of it and the sort of spirit of it is like so nice. It's really cool.
And even the story with the family is
the
mum constantly saying like, where is the Christmas spirit?
Yeah,
someone please help me.
You can relate to that, I think, because like you know, I've never been abandoned by my family at Christmas, but we've all had like, you know, you get agitated with family members when there's so many of them sometimes at Christmas, and I think that whole thing where it's like, oh, you know, I don't want family, and then he loses them, and then he's like, oh, actually no, that was just being stupid, and it kind of teaches him that lesson of like, you know, they can be annoying, they could do your head in, but they're family, and, you know, you've got to embrace that. So it is. It's like you said, it just works on so many levels. God, it's
I also think something they do really well in it is the small details.
Yeah.
Like, you can watch it through, and there's so many small things. Obviously, you've got the gold tooth, which comes up numerous times throughout, and it's found right at the end. But then also something I didn't notice until I watched it last year. They throw Kevin's ticket in the bin.
Okay.
So when they clean up the milk and everything from the spillage, as part of it, they grab one of the tickets, and it's Kevin's ticket that goes in the bin with all the napkins.
I've never noticed
which
that,
is why then when they get there, they notice they're one person. They don't notice because they've got the right number of tickets for the people there. Yeah.
Right. I've never noticed that. That's really cool.
50% nice, wholesome, Christmassy.
Yeah.
50% feels like a Jigsaw prequel.
That's what it is. Well, I don't know how many of you seen the original Nightmare on Elm Street, but like in that movie, that I remember watching that, and I'd seen Home Alone 2 so many times, or both Home Alone so many times. That movie basically does the whole Home Alone thing first, where when she pulls Freddy out of the dream, she's like set all these traps about the house for him, so he's like tripping over and getting blown up. And I was like, oh my god, this is just Home Alone. It's Kevin McAllister. But like, it's so funny because I mean, it's such a simple thing though, isn't it? Like just how hilarious, like how much hilarity can you get out of watching these two guys get the shit rocked out of them?
The nail.
That is so painful.
All the spider is the worst thing for me.
I'm not bad with spiders, so I don't mind. It's the nail.
The nail
that is the one trap out of all of them I just cannot watch.
They're so painful looking, like every single one, and you like feel how painful it is. Like they sell it so well, and it's like.
I think what's your favorite of all of them?
My favorite,
first or second?
I think my favorite of all of them is from the second one, and it's the bit where you know where because obviously in the first one he gets his headset on fire and he's like, so in the second one he's going around pulling all the light bulbs, checking, and he's thinking like really, and he's really confident because he's like, oh, he hasn't blown any of the light bulbs, I'm not on fire. And then he goes in the bathroom and one of them just sets his hat on fire, and he's like totally casual about it. He looks in the mirror, sees it, and then he's like screaming, and then he puts his head in the toilet, and the entire bottom floor blows up. And it just cuts back to him, and he's like all like charred. He's like, it's like so funny.
I feel like the ones in the second one are so much more deadly.
They
should have died from like half of those traps.
It's Kevin's journey to becoming Jigsaw.
That's it, because they're so painful. The second, and like the bit where he goes, you know, where he like falls down to the next floor, and he cracks his back, and then he goes, wow, what a hole. It's just like all of that stuff.
The toolbox.
It sounds like a toolbox going down the stairs. And they're like got both flattened. It's so funny. It's just like, it's brutal.
It's the Looney Tunes
logic
of traps where you don't notice the pain until you see it.
No, that's true.
I mean, all those are amazing, but I think my favourite is probably one of the most subtle ones.
Right.
It's the ice on the stairs down to the basement.
So
just
funny.
his reaction just is like, whoop!
He like goes
just the sound effect he makes, or when he's like, sliding his feet about, and then just suddenly, bush.
It's the most basic of the traps, but it's effective.
It's one of the funniest.
It's not even a trap, but the bit where where he's like crowbarring the door open, and then he realizes the door was just unlocked the whole time. It's like,
Kevin's such a little psycho. Like even before the robbers, the pizza guy, where he puts on the grown-up Western film he's not supposed to watch.
It's so funny.
I think makes the pizza guy terrified for his life.
Well, it blew my mind when I found out that wasn't a real film, because like the whole thing where they made that and just shot it to look like an older film.
Yeah,
but, like,
they made that.
I was like, what? I was convinced that like Angels with Filthy Souls or whatever it was called. I thought that's totally a real film.
That does sound like a real film.
Well, yeah, because I mean, there's Angels with Dirty Faces, which I think is a real gangster film from like the 40s, but I just assumed, it'll be just another one of those like Howard Hawks things.
I think it's funny as well that clearly most of them must have seen it, most of the adults.
Yeah.
And yet every single adult is terrified of it. Because it's like in the second one as well. All the hotel staff fall for it as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I don't think that's the same one. I think that's a different film with the same characters.
The sequel movie.
So it's the sequel. So clearly it's popular enough that it got a sequel. True. And yet all these adults are still terrified by it.
Because the second one, it's Angels with Even Dirtier Faces.
Is that what it's called?
Even Filthier Souls or something like that.
Maybe or is it just some really niche thing that his dad likes?
That's true. It could be that, but like, mind you, the only thing that takes me out of that, since I got a VHS player, there is no way in hell he could do that with any semblance of accuracy. Like, if I tried to do that, it would just be like, they'd be like, I could hear rewinding through that door. That's really weird. And it's like firecrackers going off. It's like, but like, it's so funny, man. It's just great. It's like,
it is.
I think Daniel Stern doesn't get enough credit in these films, because I know Joe Pesci's like the main one who everybody like, but oh my god, nobody can scream like Daniel Stern in these movies.
I think I prefer him, to be
honest. He's the one I prefer. He's so funny, and that's just reminded me of the other trap, which I think might be the funniest, as in also in the second one where he goes to wash the paint off his face. And the taps are electrified, and you see his skeleton.
Becomes the skeleton. Yeah,
so funny. It's
all the bricks, the constant bricks on the roof.
He's like throwing the bricks at them. It's like, he's like, how many fingers I'm holding out? And he's like, 7.
Oh, the paint cans in the first one.
It's so funny.
Harry!
Yeah.
Harry!
It's like that. Well, that's it. How could anyone survive that? That must they would not come out away from that.
They must have so many concussions,
serious brain damage. I mean, yeah. Oh, the other one that's really painful is the first one where where he goes in the window and he's got all the glass ornaments, and you can hear him smashing them with his bare feet.
I saw something saying that was real.
Really? Oh
he actually said to the director, I want to do this one for real. Obviously, they were sugar glass.
Yeah.
But it was still real. He did that sort of practically, that one, which
That's
I just
think
good. The scream of the spider dubbed over because you can't scream with a live animal on your face.
It's just hilarious.
You'd have terrified it.
That was ADR. That
seriously. Yeah, it does make sense actually. Because I never thought about that.
The scream with the spider was ADR.
Because even actually, that's a point. Even before he does all of the destruction with the traps and stuff. He makes a total mess, but he completely messes up Buzz's room. As he takes all the shelves down. It's so funny. It's
I think as well that leads to the perfect ending of the film.
It's Kevin,
it's
what
all
did you do in
yeah,
my room?
exactly. It's all happy, and he's smiling, looking out of the window, and then you just hear that in the background, and it just cuts.
It's so funny.
There's no further explanation, no consequences. It's just great.
They've gone back to their dynamic.
It's like a sitcom episode. Structure where they have to come back to Kevin being the naughty kid.
Exactly.
They can't have too much character progression.
Yeah, because
there's got to be a sequel.
Then they get away with doing Home Alone 2. They basically do the Ghostbusters 2 thing where it's the same film but different enough where it's actually, which is good because I think if they try to differentiate it too much, that's how you end up with Home Alone 3, 4, and all the other terrible ones.
I haven't even touched those ones.
I think I watched Home Alone 3 at one point when I was a kid, and even then I knew it was terrible, so I've never gone back to it. But
I've not seen 3.
With Scarlett Johansson early in her career.
Scarlett Johansson's one of her first roles. She plays part of the evil burglar gang.
I didn't know that.
It's so stupid. It's a really bad film. But
sticking with the second one for a little bit before we move on. I think, you sort of mentioned, I think that's how you do a sequel right.
Yeah.
Especially for something like Home Alone.
Yeah, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, it feels right. Every trap is different from the first. The location setting massively different.
Yeah.
And the way it plays out is different.
Yeah.
Right from the start, it plays with your expectations. They all sleep in.
Yeah.
But Kevin still goes with them to the airport.
Just gets lost and goes somewhere else. Yeah.
And that works.
It does. It does because
it keeps it feeling fresh.
Yeah, it's different enough because you're how are they going to do it this time? Surely they're not going to forget him again. And then they forget him again. But
how
they
do
just
you forget your child twice?
It's so funny. It's the fact that it's the same child as well. Yeah. They never forget any of the others.
His mum probably traumatized of that. You'd never forget that.
I mean, I tell you what, the other thing as well, always gets me with these films how much of a dickhead Uncle Frank is.
Oh,
on top of the fact that he has no sympathy for any of the kids, he's also a jobless layabout who scrounges off his brother and then still complains about it. He's this is that bit in the second one.
The audacity.
That's it. He's like, oh God, you guys really rush us out of bed. It's alternatively, pay for your own holiday, you asshole. Why are you always complaining?
Go on holiday without us, you grown ass man.
He is, because that's
or in the first one where he just takes the salt and pepper shakers.
Yeah, he does. He's stealing the cutlery and stuff. He's such a cheapskate.
Why does he live with them? What does Kevin's dad do?
Why
do they have so much money?
They don't live with them.
I think they visit and they stay over.
They visit and then they go on the holiday together. Yeah,
but oh man,
how much money do they have that they even don't notice or
it's
don't care?
House.
It's massive,
it's a massive house, and that holiday can't have been cheap. So I'd love to know.
Have you seen what's happened
Kevin's
to the house
dad
now,
mafia?
Yeah, he must be. Well, he was.
That's why the wet bandits are there. Revenge.
I did see a meme about that where one of his first roles, that actor was on Miami Vice as a drug dealer. So somebody said this is how he gets the money to pay for that house.
Kevin's dad's ex-mafia and he settled down.
So funny.
Have you seen how the house looks now, though? Because obviously it's been sold off.
Yeah. Could you Airbnb it, or am I imagining?
You could at first, but
did they millennial grey it?
Yes, they did. It's been greyed out. It's been modernised. It looks nothing like it did in the films anymore.
How could you do that?
I don't know.
That's ridiculous.
Millennial grey is a disease.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, and also all of the like quite big actors who just show up as guests. So like John Candy's really good in the first one, and but Tim Curry in the second one I think he's the whole reason I like that one.
Is
more.
he the toy maker?
He's the hotel manager. So he's the one who's stolen credit card and
Yes.
basically sends him to prison or whatever, and then the parents show up and they're like, what's wrong with you? Why would you send him away? And then he's trying to defend himself, but there's that whole bit where she slaps him and he's his lips quivering, he's trying not to cry, and it's so funny. And Rob Schneider also is another one of the hotel people in the second one, which is weird, but anyway.
And the most random cameo ever in the second one,
Donald Trump.
Yeah. Trump. Just appears in the second one.
Yeah, was he just there that day? Why
must
is he
have.
in it?
I think they filmed it in Trump Tower.
Really?
It's don't quote me on that.
Yeah, it's possible, but
I think they used Trump Tower as the lobby, and so
and
I think
he was
as a stipulation
there,
he had to be featured in a cameo in it.
It's just weird though.
It is, yeah. It's so weird.
Takes you out of it.
You just hindsight, different imagery.
Yeah, that's
Donald
it.
Trump
It's
talking to a lost child.
Yeah. Less said about that for now, the better.
Oh my god, yeah. But yeah, I just think I think you've summed it up perfectly. They're so just utterly Christmassy in every fiber of their being. They're so good, and I always watch them. If I don't watch Home Alone, there's something seriously wrong going on. That it just has to be done. So.
It does, definitely.
Yes. Was that everything we want to say about
for
that
Home Alone?
Yeah,
I think
happy with
we'll
that.
move on.
Right, so I can finally talk about Arthur Christmas. Every year since it came out in 2011, when I was 6, I have forced my family to watch this film. None of them like it, but I love it.
Oh no! How could they not like Arthur Christmas?
I haven't watched it in quite a while, but I remember liking it.
It's another one that I will come back to yearly.
Yeah, that's it.
It's a yearly rewatch for me. I need to watch it, or it's not Christmas.
I know that's funny because it's not for me, but not so much because I don't know, not because I avoid it. I think it's just I just forget about it, and then occasionally somebody will remind me of it.
It kind of is one of those ones that just kind of
it's lost in the shuffle,
which is such a shame because actually it's really well made.
Yeah,
and it's incredibly made.
I think the story of it is also really interesting. It's a really unique take on the clauses where you've got sort of each generation competing with their ways is the best.
Yeah, it is. It's cool. I'd because it is a different approach to I love films that do that, where it's taking the sort of mythos that and throwing a load of extra levels to it. Klaus is a good example of that.
Yes,
but
we'll
get onto that.
Yeah, it's it's cool. It's I really do need to watch it again properly because I haven't seen it in a while, but I do remember really liking it.
The animation is fantastic. It's Aardman animation,
yeah,
practically
totally.
a British institution. I would argue.
That's why I always forget about it as well
because it doesn't look much.
It doesn't look or feel, but it does have that Aardman charm to it.
It's that humor, isn't it? It's the very cheeky British humor.
It's the extremely British Christmas film.
That's it, because it's and it's. Because you think of a British Christmas film, I think of Love Actually usually, but I think because I like Love Actually, a lot of people don't.
I
don't like it.
I love it, but Arthur Christmas is much more it's much more Christmassy. I think. I think the two of them would be an interesting double bill if you wanted the British take on Santa Claus and then the British take on just people doing Christmas basically, but
and then throw in Wallace and Gromit, the classic.
Yeah,
as
and
well.
you've got Aardman is just a Christmas tradition for me because they always put Wallace and Gromit on.
Yeah, Wallace and Gromit is another
BBC
Christmas
around
tradition.
Christmas. Yeah, I always watch those whenever they're on. No matter how many times I've seen them, they're still perfect. They're so good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
the thing I love most about Arthur Christmas is the generational thing, but how there's the generations, but Arthur kind of exists. His strength as a character and as the future Santa by the end is that he is separate from that.
Yeah.
He is the youngest brother. Steve's the heir, Arthur's the spare.
Yeah.
We're throwing royal family.
It's effectively what they are.
That's true.
They effectively are a royal family of sorts.
Yeah, that's a really good point, and even that is a very British take on it. Like to see the Claus as
never thought of it
the royal
way, actually.
Oh my God.
And if you think about it, like, Mrs. Claus has a bit of a Queen Elizabeth vibe about her in her character design.
She does.
Oh my God,
they are the royals.
This is an eye-opening analysis of Arthur Christmas. I've never.
Which one's Prince Andrew then?
Is that like the?
We don't talk. They don't talk about him.
That's Krampus.
Krampus.
They've sent him to the South Pole.
Yeah.
That makes
Get
sense.
out.
You're not welcome here. Oh my God.
And they raise the question: are they the first case of siblings? Because the other two don't seem to have siblings who are around.
Yeah, were they the
Did
first
they just
sibling
leave?
clauses?
I guess so.
What are the other ones doing? They're just like homeless
Did they just go
people
live
somewhere
normal
else.
lives?
Yeah, they just gave up. They're like, oh,
I
screw
don't
that.
know.
They say, I'm never gonna be Santa. Goodbye.
It's like the I mean, it's like it's just reminded me of Hop, you know, the movie, the Easter movie. That's it's a similar premise, like where it's just like what if the Easter Bunny sucked, or like what if Santa was like not good enough to be Santa? It's like it's cool. They're like it's an interesting thing, you know.
Again, the generational thing. You've got Grand Santa, ultra traditionalist to a fault. I would argue.
He's great.
He's a great character, but ultra traditionalist to the point he almost started World War III.
God.
How was I supposed to know it was the Cuban Missile Crisis? We gloss over that he almost started World War III, possibly twice.
Jesus.
Well, he nearly sets it. Well, I guess he nearly unites the world later on with the UFO.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm forgetting. I'm just remembering all of it. It's like coming back to me gradually. All like these random things that happened in this movie. But
then you've got the actual Santa, who feels like such a nothing Santa. He's generic. He's the middle ground.
He's kind of like somewhere in the. He's
reached that age now
Santa,
where he's got no drive anymore. He's got no drive. He's got no passion for it, and he's just, if you notice, constantly blaming Steve for everything.
Right.
He cannot accept any responsibility.
Isn't he played by Jim Broadbent? Also,
I don't
know. Maybe
I feel like that's a good casting for Santa as well.
It's such a British.
It's so British, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bill Nye as well.
Shall I pull up the
cast?
That's
true. Go on. I'm curious.
While you do that, he just cannot take. He wants to be in charge still, but take no responsibility. And just let his son do everything. Yeah, exactly. He wants to continue. And it's up to the fact that Steve was very clearly expecting to be,
Santa,
for lack of a better word, crowned.
Yeah,
as Santa.
There he goes. He's another one.
Wow.
Yeah, he was expecting, like he had his speech cards ready.
Right.
So at no point did Malcolm think to say to anyone, "I want to do another year."
Yeah.
At no point did he consider anyone but himself.
That's pretty brutal, yeah.
He doesn't even know what his wife does. He's just whatever wives do when their husbands are at work. He doesn't even know what she does. And there's all the little background implications that when Christmas dinner, she just comes in like, yeah, polar bear attacked me on the ice, but I'm fine.
he's been out drinking.
Yeah, everyone just completely ignores whatever she does.
Oh my God.
I've got the cast here.
Go on, who else was in it?
Way more stacked than I thought. So the elf, I don't recognise this actress, but Sarah Smith plays the main elf. Arthur, does anyone know who plays Arthur?
I feel like I'll know when you say it, but like off the top of my head, I can't remember.
James McAvoy.
Is it actually?
It's James McAvoy as Arthur.
Wow. Okay, I never would have guessed that.
Grand Santa is Bill Nye.
Bill Nye, okay, so that's cool. Bill Nye.
Steve is Hugh Laurie.
Oh, right.
Hugh Laurie.
House as Santa. That's amazing.
Jim Broadbent, you were right, is Santa.
So, yeah.
And then Imelda Staunton is Mrs. Claus.
Oh wow!
Is like the main cast, which is
so British.
Really good,
like
very British, but very stacked
British,
cast.
But yeah.
For that.
So Bill Nye has his fingers in 2 Christmas films there, then, because he's in Love Actually as well. And he's like the funniest part of that film. It's so good, but
yeah, no.
And the fact that Arthur is the ideal next actor, because he's been so shoved aside, not cared about, treated more like a fan than a son in some cases.
Yeah, I guess.
They treat him more like he's a Santa fanboy.
Rather than like a
Santa's child.
Jesus.
This family dynamic is horrible.
That's harsh. Gave him the Julian Lennon treatment, just like pushed him to one side and forgot about it.
They forget what job he does.
That is harsh.
And that's the thing. I think the way it plays out is really nice. You know, he bonds with his granddad.
Yes.
On this journey in the old sleigh.
Old man Santa.
And the elf as well.
Yeah.
And they all sort of bond together on the journey, and it's great. And I think my favourite gag in the entire movie is the slippers.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the main thing I remember
is
about it. Actually, is the slippers. And I was just
thinking,
thinking,
makes it work for me.
I was like, where do they come into the whole thing? I just remember the slippers, and I was going to say that, but I'm glad you did, because
he uses them. He uses them a couple of times. I think he uses them first to sort of lull the lions to sleep.
Right.
Yeah.
When they stop off in Africa. And then...
this is a wild movie.
Yeah,
and then,
wild journey.
And then I think is it America
that.
that picks up on the slippers in the sleigh?
Yes,
and that's what
some
that's
sort of explosive.
Yeah, that's what alerts the UN.
And
then
oh my god!
And then that's what leads to the original sleigh getting destroyed, because they turn it into a UFO.
Okay.
Leave the slipper in there, and they all jump out and parachute out.
Jesus.
Down to the village to deliver the present.
So do the UN gun his sleigh down?
Yeah, they blow it up.
They blow it up,
and then
it
cuts to like the command room with like the commanding officer. Congratulations, everyone! You saved Christmas by blowing up the sleigh.
That's ridiculous. Oh my god. Wow.
Because I think at one point as well, don't they turn it into like a train? It's got like the original sleigh's got like multiple different disguises.
Grand Santa is not aware of skyscrapers because he's still using his old maps.
Oh, right, okay.
So he's not aware of how architecture has changed.
Right.
And
that's
like,
quite cool.
we're fine driving through here. It's a little village. No, it's a city.
It's fucking New York, man. Watch out.
And again, I do think, maybe not quite as much as Home Alone, but I do think, especially towards the end, it really does give that really sort of festive, Christmassy feel. Like the entire final moment with him finally dropping off the present and the rest of the family arriving.
Yeah.
That moment, him, Santa, and Steve have in the cupboard is such a good moment. You know, Steve finally realizes, you know, he can relinquish it to Arthur and realizes Arthur is the better Santa.
Yeah.
But then in sort of the closing montage, it talks about, I think, doesn't Steve continue to pilot the ship and help
he's
on
like,
the logistics side?
So he's not
like
just
chief of
completely
operations.
useless.
Yes, he's like chief of operations, so he's still constantly involved. But then Arthur's the main Santa, which I think is it's an interesting way to sort of end it. Where
it's good because it means they both have a purpose.
It doesn't necessarily fix Steve's character flaw where he wants to be in charge of everything.
But
it finds a nice balance where it works.
That is
forward.
like the perfect ending where they don't have to shove Steve aside. He's not entirely wrong. He's just not fit for being the figurehead. Arthur is the heart of the operation. Steve is the brains.
Exactly that.
Arthur couldn't do. Arthur. He's got the feelings, he's got the empathy, he's got the emotional side of it down.
Yeah.
He could not, I don't think he could handle doing Steve's job.
Yeah, the technical stuff, he would like his head
he would just collapse.
Yeah.
He would freak out and cry trying to do that job. Yeah, and Steve couldn't do Arthur's job.
Yeah. That's good. It's a good equilibrium for that to reach, I think, where it's like, you know.
Well, I wish the film had become more of a household name than it did. I'm in a way glad that it didn't get bigger than it did because
niche,
it's quite niche, it's unique. I don't want a sequel.
No,
it's one of those films where I love the film, but I do not want a sequel.
Yeah.
At best, you'd want like comedic shorts that take place after. You would not want a full feature length. Because what would that even be about?
I don't think
kind of concluded everyone's character.
It's all been resolved so nicely.
Exactly.
Why would you?
They've tied it up with a neat bow, like a Christmas present.
Like a present. There you go. See, perfect. I don't think, to be honest, I don't actually think they could because I'm pretty sure it was a co-production with DreamWorks. So I have a feeling they probably have a little bit of stake in it, and they would probably block that. But then again, they did do. They did that Chicken Run sequel, and that was also a DreamWorks thing. So
what in the world would a sequel even be about?
Yeah,
there's really nothing. there's not a movie's worth of things to happen.
One of them dies. They need a new Santa.
No, I do agree it should stay as just a standalone. And I don't, like you said, I don't mind if it doesn't get any more attention.
Yeah.
Because it's nice to just have one Christmas film that you, some friends and family can talk about each year.
Yeah, well, that's
but
it.
It's not like mainstream.
Yeah. That's one good thing. That's something that's quite good about just Christmas films in general. Actually, there's like not that many sequels to them.
Yeah.
And most of the sequels are so bad that you just don't even know they exist. Like Jingle All the Way 2, starring Larry the Cable Guy, which is included in that box set that we watched. I've never seen it. It looks terrible.
And one of the only remaining questions that Arthur Christmas leaves is, where did Mrs. Claus come from? How did they meet?
That's true, actually.
What's that story? How did he meet her? What's the process?
Did he just like kidnap her?
Yeah. Did he how, like, I just wonder, how did that relationship begin? How did they meet?
There's the one spin-off you can do.
You know,
the
prequel. They're old enough that they wouldn't have had texting. How do you send a letter to the North Pole?
Yeah.
Well, with magic.
Magic.
As
Give
the
same magic.
The Christmas law tells you, yeah.
So what did you guys think of Klaus?
I absolutely loved it.
Oh, thank goodness.
I'd never seen it before until last night, and I was a wreck. I just want to thank you for blessing me with such a lovely, like, gorgeous little film. I'd known of it for ages, and people kept saying, "Oh, it's good, you should watch it." And I was like, yeah, it looks all right. And I was like, when you thing is with Christmas, you just watch the same films over and over. You just have your traditional ones, and I was like, the only one recently where I think I discovered it and it's become a new tradition is The Holdovers. That was really good.
I still need to give that a watch.
I love that film. That's a great one.
I might watch it next week when I'm home.
If you get a chance, it's really cool. But anyway, but Klaus, so I'd known of it, but I just was like, oh, I'll get around to it at some point. And then because you'd encouraged me for this episode, I was like, oh, I'll finally watch it. I was like, oh my God, it's so lovely. It's just so nice. It's so good.
It's a really unique art style, I feel.
Yeah,
because it's taking lots of that early 2000s Disney. It reminds me of The Emperor's New Groove. With
Emperor's
how they
New Groove,
the characters and
Atlantis,
stuff.
like that kind of art
that
style.
era. But then with like the 3D elements.
Yeah, it's like
techniques.
a little bit of Spider-Verse with a little bit of like early 2000s that like golden age of pre-CGI.
Yeah,
exactly.
I know what you mean, actually, yeah.
There was some really good stuff, like Prince of Egypt's another one, and like Road to El Dorado, things like that. There's like, they were great, and yeah, you're totally right, actually, because I was thinking about, like, when I was watching, I was like, I can't put my finger on why, like, this art style works so well. I think it's also just, like, the character designs are so good.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
the characters are amazing, isn't it?
So cool looking, but...
In fact, there are some literal giants in it, which is never it's never explained why
no.
the children of the two leaders are just actual ogres or something.
That's what I love about it so much, though, because it's the character design speaks for them. Like, you look at them and you're like, that they're just like groaning simpletons, and that's why it's like so funny, because they're like, and then the two of them, they find love, and Christmas is like, and they find joy, and they don't hate each other anymore, and like, it's such a it's I don't know. I don't even know if I could call it a simple premise, because it's basically like the Santa origin story mixed with Romeo and Juliet, but like I think it works so well. I think
that's the thing. So cool. Similar to Arthur Christmas, it's kind of tweaking the mythology in a way that really makes sense. Like, I was watching this and I was like, this makes complete sense.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it's probably different to the actual sort of classic story.
Whatever the classic lore is, but it convinces you, I think. And there's there's so many moments. I think my favorite moments in it is when you see the thing that inspires a kid to like come up with a new element of the mythology. So like there's that bit. It was like that bit where they when they get ambushed and they like go down the hill and sleigh takes off and the kid sees it, and the next day he's saying he flies around and he's carried by a magic reindeer, and I was like, oh, that's so cool.
And the naughty list.
And the naughty list,
like this petty grudge that some postman has with this kid
just
is what led to the
like
naughty
annoyed
list.
him. Yeah,
the music that plays as he struts away.
It's so good. Yeah, it's like the music actually in general was good in this film. I think it was like it's a good because there's like a little bit of that like kind of Netflix licensed music, but like they get away with it. I think it works well.
I actually really like the ones. I think it's only the one scene where they use the license.
There's a couple. They do. I can't remember any of the songs. But
no, I'm trying to think of this. There's the one where he's like changing his post office.
Yes,
I think that one really works.
That one works really well.
I do like that one.
The bit where he's strutting away, and then there's also that one they play, which is like it kind of like plays over the credits, so it must have been like the theme of it, where you know when they're teaching the little girl how to like and that whole moment's really wholesome, but like that the song that plays in that is really good. And then when they like give her the sleigh, like the excitement the next day, it's just so
her
nice.
character design was so sweet.
She is. I know. Like I felt terrible because like the Fix It Felix looking postman's just like sending her away constantly. It's like
when he shoves the door in her face. You see it gets
she's getting smushed to one side.
You've changed my thoughts on his character now. Now you said Fix It Felix. I'm not going to be able to unsee
Sorry,
that
that was when I saw it. I was like, he does look like Fix It Felix.
He does.
But then when I watched it, I was like, oh no, it's actually he's got the like the personality of Cusco. I think Emperor's New Groove's a great comparison because he's I
still need to watch that as well.
It's another
one on my
that's
list.
A really funny
Cusco.
But he's basically Cusco. Yeah, it's like the exact same kind of like it's that really cocky like. There's something about those like characters who are like that, who are like really cocky and overconfident, but then he gets like his ass handed to him multiple times throughout the film. So you're kind of like, oh, it's okay. They put him in his place, but then it's like. You know, it's just so nice the way it like becomes. He basically accidentally invents Christmas, and there's like all of those moments where it's like, it's the bit where he where he's wandering around with the sort of girlfriend who's the teacher, and she's like you have no idea how much you've changed this place, and then they see like the whole town is like suddenly Christmasified, and it's like, oh my god, it's just so nice, like it's just so cool. I
and
love
J.K.
it.
Simmons as well.
Yeah,
what a perfect Klaus.
This did the whole J.K. Simmons as Santa thing way before and way better than Red One ever did, because like
oh god, I forgot that existed.
I forgot about that film as well.
That film sucks, but it also has J.K. Simmons as Santa, and he's like hardly in it. It's like it's so stupid.
This one does it really well because I like
he's
how
really good.
For most of the film, he has very few speaking roles. But for such a big actor to take this on and have so little speaking role until the final act,
it's like it's so good.
Works
when they find out about his laugh as well. You know, he starts doing ho ho, and then he's like, "So that's how you laugh." And I'm like, oh, it's so clever. It's like it's Santa. Look at him. I'm watching him be invented in front of my very eyes, but it doesn't feel like. It doesn't feel like they're like, looking at the camera and winking. Like it just feels so natural. It's like, it's such a clever way to do it.
I feel like we can't talk about it without talking about the ending. So I guess slight spoiler warning. Well, major spoiler warning. If you haven't watched Klaus yet, skip this part because it's
I can't skip this part. I'm here.
It's worth watching. For the ending, I think the ending really solidifies it.
We don't have to like go too in depth
because
I know a few people who are in that room who really want to watch it after I told them about it last night.
You haven't seen it, so we won't say much. But the way his story ends, with
it's just lush,
it's perfect,
so nice, and the whole thing.
I actually think it works better as that's how his mythology continues.
Yes,
I think that's a better way to see him set it up, have it all build up throughout the film, and then have that be how the mythology becomes a myth,
because
like
it's because it's a myth rather than like, because I really did think, I was like, oh, they're gonna like, how are they gonna make him magic and make him like Santa, but then they didn't, and I was like, oh, thank God, that's like, it's so good, like that. It's just I love this film so much. I can't believe how much I loved it.
My family. It's one of those ones where I feel like more people need to see it.
And Norm Macdonald as the sarcastic sailor man.
He was really funny in it.
The sailor.
He's great.
He's great.
Joan Cusack as well is in it, and she's
such a cast.
It's a great cast, and like and also even like, I mean, like I say, Fix It Felix Postman. Jason Schwartzman is absolutely superb, and I like.
Is that who plays
That's
him?
who he is.
I felt like I recognized his voice, but I couldn't place it.
Well, because I was like, you like close your eyes and you can hear the spot, but like obviously he's like nowhere near as like menacing or evil as he is. So it's like, I love him as a voice actor. I already loved him as an actor because I love him in like Scott Pilgrim and stuff like that. But but yeah, he's like so good in this film, and like and like you say, J.K. Simmons, and just the character design of it, how nice it looks, how nice sounds. It fires on all cylinders. I think it is just perfect in every way. So,
but I think the weird thing with that is it brings into the question. Cinema going experiences. I'm all for it and everything.
Yeah.
But this was a Netflix film.
I know. I couldn't believe that it was that good.
I actually wonder if they were to do one Christmas film a year, animated or live action.
Yeah.
In that sort of level of quality.
Yeah.
Would you prefer that for Christmas films alone? Just like one Christmas film a year that high of a quality that anyone could watch.
I don't hate Netflix doing Christmas films. I think it's good because it's one of those things where I know it's there's so much going on with Netflix at the minute, but I genuinely think there's a lot to it. Most of their Christmas films are pretty good. I have a massive soft spot for that Christmas Chronicles, mostly because Russell plays Santa. Yeah, so I was like, this is perfect. And also I think it's a good idea because obviously families are in and they're cozy.
Yeah.
And Netflix, when there's a new Christmas film, you can just watch it and everybody watches them. I think there's a lot of time where because that's the thing with Klaus, so many people had told me about it, and I really don't know why it took me so long to watch it, but it becomes a bit of a thing where everybody's like, oh, you've got Netflix, have you seen that new Christmas film? And it's every year there's these nice...
I feel like they should keep that going. I think that's one of the advantages of something like Netflix, where you can do that, and so long as they are high quality like Klaus, or even fun like the Christmas Chronicles.
That one's fun. It's not a particularly good film, but I still really like it.
Neither of them are particularly good, but they're fun and they give off the Christmas feel, and I feel like if Netflix keep doing that, I'm not against it, and I will happily watch a Netflix Christmas film each year.
Totally. I mean, Klaus is unbelievably high, high production values, and I mean, I know Netflix is funny though because they'll either sink loads of money into something or they'll just cancel it outright. So stuff like Arcane, Klaus, even that Dark Crystal series they did, they were really quite high production values. They look really top quality, and then. And it's either a really big success or no, pull the plug.
It's how they will
done.
Just drop something really good out of nowhere. No fanfare.
I know. I love it when that happens.
K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah,
they just drop it out of nowhere. No fanfare, nothing.
You can't believe it. People are like, "Oh my god, a good Netflix film! This is brilliant."
I think
what happened to
this
Netflix?
One win an award as well. I think this one won a pretty big award.
Yeah, I think it did actually.
I think it says on Netflix.
I'm sure it won a BAFTA or something like that.
It won something. I'm sure.
I'm not surprised at all. It's so good.
It is.
I recommend it to anyone who could possibly watch it. I loved it.
It was the nominee, Academy Award nominee, is what it says on Netflix.
Now we're getting on to mine, and I ummed and ahed with this for ages because there was so many films I could have picked. I've got a lot of Christmas films that I watch constantly, and I was really in two minds because I really did want to pick Gremlins, but I'm sure I talked about it last year, and I wasn't sure, how many people would actually like it. But anyway, I went with Nightmare Before Christmas because, to me, it is totally a Christmas film. And I know it's a debate where it's is it a Halloween film? Is it a Christmas film? And most people I know say either it's a Halloween film or it's a November film.
It's November film. It's both.
Okay, you can get both, and I think you can, but I don't know. It's just I think it's everything about it screams Christmas to me. Even I know they have the whole Halloween, but really it's only the opening scene that's quite Halloween focused. Yeah. Everything from that point
is on Christmas.
Is focused on Christmas.
Because this was my first time watching it.
Oh, really?
So last night was the first time I watched this film.
Did you like it?
I did actually.
Okay, cool.
I wouldn't say it was one of my favorite Christmas films, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, okay,
I was really
good.
surprised by how much I did.
Yeah,
and I would agree with you.
I'll
admit,
Christmassy.
At first I was kind of like, surely this is more of a Halloween, but as soon as he sort of goes into the Christmas land, and from that point on, it is purely focused on Christmas.
It is, and the plot is motivated by Christmas. Everything that happens in the film happens because of Christmas rather than because of Halloween. Yeah. So there's the opening scene, but after that point, and that's one of my, it's one of my favorite moments in any film ever, but specifically in that film where he arrives It's just so cool.
How iconic that opening song is.
And
this
also
is Halloween.
That's
why I think the debate exists, because that bit is so memorable.
People love
so
that
incredible.
Song, which is fair.
I love that song.
That's the other interesting thing about this. I went into this completely blind.
Really?
I knew the main characters, I'd seen images of them before, certain stills, but I was going into this film as blind as could be.
Okay.
So I didn't know it was a musical
until
the sort of song started. I was kind of like, oh, this is a musical. So and then I recognized this is Halloween because I've heard that song before outside of the context of the film.
Yeah.
And so it just pulled me in even more, I think, because I'm not normally a big musical guy, but I think it works for me.
It works really well. Yeah, I think because you got Danny Elfman coming off the back of Oingo Boingo. This was like the first time. This is the thing that I find really funny about it, though, because he's singing all the Jack Skellington things. But if you've ever listened to an Oingo Boingo song, I grew up on this film, so I can't listen to Oingo Boingo now because it's just Jack Skellington singing 80s pop songs. I'm like, what the hell?
That sounds incredible,
exactly that, which is why they're really good. But
80s Skellington.
But that's it. It's so cool, and he sings them so well, and I think the way they're written, like both just the Jack stuff's great, but also like the whole thing with Oogie Boogie, that song's really good.
That was probably the highlight.
I love Oogie Boogie. I love that whole sequence, and Sally, she's really good, and that's Catherine O'Hara also at Home Alone, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah, she's singing.
I didn't recognize
her.
Yeah,
so
that's
good,
amazing.
So she's another one that's in loads of Christmas films, but I just think it's something about it. It's got that kind of glow to it when he arrives in Christmas Land. That song.
What's this?
What's this? Yeah, it looks so Christmassy. It's and it's amazing that those are real sets and real puppets. The way he glows all red and and when he dresses up as Santa, it's so cool.
What's this in particular?
Yeah,
really, because it's Jack experiencing Christmas for the first time. So it's your first Christmas as a child.
Exactly that.
Is this child, despite being the Pumpkin King of Halloween?
Yeah, it's just
he has
good.
Such childlike wonder.
Yeah,
about
because he
discovering a new holiday.
He becomes the opposite of scary. He's just so joyous.
Yeah,
and
I think that's
he just has this curiosity and wonder about discovering something new, discovering a new holiday.
Yeah, totally.
Really, it's a film about Jack having a midlife crisis.
Basically. Yeah, that's it.
That's kind of what makes his story so interesting, so engaging to me, is he sees this other holiday, loves it so much, finds the joy in it, and tries to recreate it. He tries to bring it, but he does it in the only way he knows how, with dark Halloween stuff. It's kind of
goth Christmas.
Yeah, you can tell he's doing it the wrong way, but he's trying to spread the joy he experienced visiting Christmas Land for the first time.
That. Yeah,
and it makes him a really interesting character to me, where he's not good, but he's not an outright villain either. He's one of those characters that is kind of in the grey.
He's not doing it for the clout of wanting to be responsible for Christmas. He's doing it because he enjoyed that experience so much. He wants everybody else to get it. But
ironically, incredibly human.
Yeah, exactly. Which is a really human thing, and it's such a good it's great.
Just trying to share your brand new hyperfixation, really.
Yeah, basically. None of them give a shit. They're just no, they don't.
It's he's going home trying to share everything he's learned. It's like he's moved somewhere else, got a new job, gone and experienced something new, and he's trying to share that interest with the people he cares about. And they just don't get it.
But even then, I love the fact that they don't get it, but they don't push back. They're this guy's the G. We're gonna follow him at the end. Of course, we're gonna do this Christmas thing. Yeah,
if it makes Jack happy.
Yeah, that's it. And I love that they still commit, and then you get the new equilibrium at the end is that they do experience the joy of Christmas, even though he messed it up and he feels responsible, but he puts it all right. Santa's you know what, it's fine, it's okay, and then he fixes it, and they go back to that sort of everything's fine again, but
Happy Halloween, Merry Christmas.
Happy Halloween, Merry Christmas, where it's okay, but even even just the whole like thing that they all live in like a forest with these doors. Like I was fascinated by that.
I want to know more about that.
Yeah, like see, this is a one where maybe you could do a sequel and you could go into the other doors.
Definitely. Is it like happens. Easter realm?
Well, we see that. We see the Easter bunny. The kids kidnap the Easter bunny first, bring the Easter bunny back, and then they go and kidnap Santa.
Even the whole fact that they spend the entire movie and he thinks he's called Sandy Claus, and then he meets him and he's like, it's Santa Claus, and he's like, oh right, okay. It's like, it's so funny, like, but yeah, like they could go into like the Easter world or like St. Patrick's Day, Thanksgiving. There's like all the other doors, and like it's so cool. It's just like
the holiday Avengers.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
I think what shocked me most about this film as well is obviously it's all marketed as Tim Burton. You know, it's literally called Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. And then I get to the credits and see it's not even directed by him. Which shocked me so much. Genuinely. He wrote it, he produced it, but he didn't direct, which really shocked me.
Well, you know,
because it's got that. It is a Tim Burton film. It has that feel to it where it feels like a Tim Burton film.
I can't remember what it was. Some documentary I watched ages ago. It probably was. I think it was like just about Tim Burton in general, but it was an interview with him from 1980. When he was working at Disney, and he was showing off his sketchbook, and he had sketches of Jack Skellington and like all of these characters like 10 years before this film got made. So he'd been sitting on the idea for ages, and then for whatever reason, I think it was because he'd had so much success with live action stuff. So I think this film, you know, they made it because it was like, oh, Tim Burton's now like he's the hot shit because Beetlejuice and Batman are great, and so they got away with it. But yeah, Henry Selick, who would go on to do Coraline, he gets like no credit for this film, and I feel really bad because it really is him who did like all of the actual directing of it and making it. It's a because it's a really well-paced film as well. It's like less than an hour and 20 minutes, so it's like it goes over really fast, but it also doesn't feel like it's like
it doesn't
rushing
rush
anything.
Yeah,
it gives it the
time. It doesn't rush. It doesn't overstay.
It's got musical segments. It's perfect. What more can you ask for?
I think that's probably what helps with the pacing.
Yeah,
the musical elements,
because they tell you
they pace it out
everything
through
you
the
need
musical
to know.
elements and Jack's story.
Yeah,
so like he has the one song right at the start in Halloween Land.
Yeah.
He then gets the song in Christmas Land.
Yeah.
And then does he get one more before he goes off? I think
he goes. There's quite a few. He sings the whole "What's this?" and then he goes back to Halloween Town.
Shares it with
them in the town meeting, and then there's that great bit. I love the bit where he's like up in his tower trying to figure out like the scientific explanation for feeling like why Christmas gives him that feeling. He's like reading like a Christmas Carol, and he's like dissecting like candy canes and teddy bears and stuff. It's like it's so cool. It's like. There's just like loads of little things like that where it's like it's so Tim Burton, you know, it's so weird. It's like a skeleton man trying to figure out the meaning of Christmas. But it's just
the vision she has
visions
with the flower.
That's true, yeah, that's cool as well, where it's like she's like trying to stop him and because then it's a love story as well.
I actually think that's a really good almost misdirect, I guess, in a way.
Yeah.
Where, you know, the flower's burning, you think, oh, Halloween Land's gonna burn,
right? But
it's how I kind of thought of it.
Oh,
it's
really?
Like it's gonna impact Halloween Land, and then obviously you see it. He leaves, and it's to do with the sleigh exploding, which makes a lot more sense.
Yeah,
but I thought it was gonna keep it very much in Halloween Land, and it was gonna be look what chaos you brought to this land by bringing Christmas here.
Yeah, no, it's just cool because it's like he doesn't really mess with anything that he can't fix.
Yeah,
he can't fix it, but then Santa's like, well, you know, I get it. It's awesome. That's why I do it. But like, you know, just stick to your own sort of holiday because like we all complement each other really well. And like, it's just I'm remembering the whole bit where he gets shot down, and then you know the bit where he's like, they do that like really cool shot that swoops around in the graveyard, and he's like lying in a statue, and like it's so impressive. Like once again, it's all real sets, all real puppets, and I mean I was obsessed with stop motion as a kid with like anything like Wallace and Gromit and like all of that kind of thing. And I think this is the movie that really like hammered it home because I watched this so much when I was young. I was
that
like
gives
obsessed.
It quite a timeless feel,
and it's it makes it timeless. It doesn't look dated at all.
I mean, Arthur Christmas, Klaus, even Home Alone. I don't think as much. Not with Klaus, definitely, and not with Arthur Christmas yet,
Not
but especially
quite,
with
yeah,
Home
but-
Alone, you can feel the sort of slightly dated.
Yeah, it looks very
now.
90s.
It looks very
which,
90s. It looks dated, and I'm sure the same will happen with those.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't really think Nightmare Before Christmas will have that because of the stop motion.
Yeah, totally. It's so like of its own. It's in its own world where
It
it's
is,
like
yeah.
it doesn't
It's in
look
a
like a
separate world from
Yeah.
all the others.
It's just so fantastical and yet so human, relatable, and I love it.
It being called Tim Burton's, even though he didn't direct it, I feel like in some ways we'll probably see this more with time. Tim Burton's visual style of these films, it sort of has ascended beyond him as a person.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
He's
Totally.
influenced other artists to the point where eventually there'll probably be a more specific name for it. But you get something when something looks like that, we call it Tim Burton,
It's Tim
Burton-esque.
style, yeah, Burton-esque, but like
even when it is not like, even when Tim Burton has nothing to do with it.
yeah, well, because that's the thing. It's like this film. It technically isn't a Tim Burton film, but of course it's a Tim Burton film. It looks just like a Tim Burton
It
film.
shares
It's so Tim Burton.
with a lot of Tim Burton's work, his live action stuff, and really with The Corpse Bride.
Yes, totally. Yeah. Well, that's another one. I think my letterbox review for Corpse Bride is if I had a pound for every time Danny Elfman played a singing skeleton in a Tim Burton film, I'd have £2, which isn't a lot, but it's weird it happened twice.
Yeah, that's good.
But yeah, I mean that kind of covers it, really. I'm glad that you liked it, and anybody who hadn't seen it has now seen it, and I'm glad you think it's a Christmas film as well, because I really did.
I do. Agree.
I did think this was going to be like an argument where it's like the Die Hard thing, where it's like no, it's a Halloween film. Of course it is. But
watch it on both. That is the
or
solution.
exactly
watch
that.
it for both.
Winner. Just watch it on both. You can't go wrong.
I think that's all the holiday cheer we've got time for today. Make sure to check out our Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook pages for more Cineclub podcast content and updates.
As always, this episode was recorded and produced by us, the Sunderland University students, as well as being engineered and edited by Emily Main. Special thanks goes out to Steve Cannon, Barbara Sadler, and Richard Berry. Reminder that our 4 wet bandits this week have consisted of me, Jake,
me, Ben,
me, Joseph,
and me, Adam. This has been a Cineclub production for Spark.
Merry Christmas!